setting clear objectives and goals within the organization. This may sound simple, but in my close to 30 years of experience, you'd be surprised to see how many organizations do not clearly identify their objectives and what they're looking to be able to accomplish in the short term and long term. A failure to establish clear objectives for the organization has a dramatic downstream impact on the performance of the organization. I'm Gregory Wade. This is The Defender. So why is establishing objectives so critical to an organization? Aside from the obvious, the most dramatic effect of not establishing clear and concise objectives is a trickle-down effect that it will have on an organization, where leaders, frontline managers, and your everyday staff have absolutely no idea what they're looking to be able to accomplish. A job becomes simply a job, the organization has absolutely no purpose, and you see the net result in terms of a lack of coordination amongst organizations, groups, and of course, the failure to actually achieve what the company believes it's looking to be able to accomplish. The net result of this was a confused and disconnected organization. What do you think the impact was to their customer base? So what did I learn from this experience and of course the hundreds of other organizations that I've been involved with? And it really got down to the fact that it's so important to establish 5 core objectives for the organization. This, of course, comes on top of the all-important mission, vision, and values. The first objective has to revolve around the customer. I don't care if you're a product-centric organization, an engineering-led business, or a SaaS-based company, you have to place the customer first as your number 1 core objective. This often takes place in identifying a net retention score, customer advocacy, and some often use NPS, or Net Promoter Score, as a key indicator of success. The second objective should revolve around the employee, specifically employee engagement and a connection of the employee to the organization. Those who are interested in promoting and supporting the organization and your objectives. It's proven that organizations that have both a people connection and a customer centricity are some of the most successful companies in the world. Now, the third objective can be tied to your product, to your service, or to your solution offering. And you may want to identify that part of your goal is to be number 1 or number 2, to be a challenger or to be a leader. But that's fine. You can establish that objective because it really does identify for the organization what you want to accomplish from your product set, your solution set, or your service set. The fourth most critical objective is the establishment of financial objectives. Now, this may sound kind of boring, but businesses are businesses and they are in the business of making money. So establish very specific financial objectives that the company needs to accomplish and then set those as expectations to flow through the entire organization. That also comes with a little bit of empowerment, perhaps around P&L for a lot of your organization as well. Now, the fifth, and I can tell you that organizations that have objectives, they generally put this number 1. I'd say this should come in 5th, and that is shareholder value, whether you are a publicly traded company or a private organization. You do need to identify, obviously, what you're trying to accomplish for your shareholders, whether, again, financial metrics, position within the marketplace, your short-term objectives, as well as your longevity as an organization for the future. They want to know what kind of return they can expect. In my experience, the establishment of those 5 key objectives has an incredible impact on the organization. One of the most visible impacts is the fact that the frontline staff, right up to the top of the organization, are able to clearly articulate what the company is looking to accomplish. And you know what? They're consistent in their message, and they're also consistent in their delivery of accomplishing those objectives. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Defender. I really do hope it's inspired you to establish more clear and concise and meaningful objectives for your organization. If you like what you've heard, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course on LinkedIn, like, comment, and share.